Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing something a little bit wild. We're going to start out on a football pitch and somehow end up right in the middle of a multi-million-dollar construction site. I know. It sounds like a massive leap, but stick with me here. By the end of this, the link between the two is going to make total sense. We're going to explore this concept called the finish, and we'll see exactly why it matters just as much when you're pouring thousands of tons of concrete as it does when you're lining up to score a crucial penalty. So, let's just dive right into this unusual connection. What on earth does Arsenal legend Thierry Henry have to do with building a massive 62,000-seat mega stadium? Well, to figure that out, we first need to look at the man himself. We need to understand exactly what made one of the greatest athletes to ever play the beautiful game so incredibly valuable.
All right, Section 1. The Premier League's greatest. The legacy of Thierry Henry.
People described him as the definition of ruthless guile and touch. And honestly, they hit the nail on the head. During his legendary time at Arsenal, Henry was famous for just taking the mundane and turning it into something absolutely magnificent. It's like he didn't just play football, he effortlessly glided through defensive lines, leaving complete devastation in his wake. At times, it literally looked as though the ball was glued to his feet. Moving on to Section 2, dominance by the numbers, unbelievable stats. 228. That's the unprecedented number of goals Henry scored for Arsenal, which easily cemented his place as the club's all-time leading goal scorer. And he didn't just beat the record, he smashed it. To put that into perspective for you, the next closest player is Ian Wright, and he's way behind at 185 goals. So Henry wasn't just good, statistically speaking, he was in a universe of his own. Then we have the number 4. He secured 4 Premier League Golden Boots. Now, this is the award given to the top goal scorer in the entire league each season. Winning 4 of these is an all-time record. It's a feat so incredibly difficult that it was only very recently matched by the phenomenal Mohamed Salah. But here's the one that really blows my mind. 90. He helped secure 90 points during Arsenal's historic 2003-2004 Invincible season. With Henry leading the charge, scoring 30 goals that season alone, by the way, Arsenal went completely undefeated. We're talking 26 wins, 12 draws, and 0 losses. It's a feat literally no Premier League club has repeated since. That takes us to Section 3, changing English football forever, an artistic revolution. You know, you can practically split the league's entire history right down the middle into 2 distinct eras. Before Thierry, English football was often viewed as pretty rigid, super structured, and frankly, it wasn't considered among the very best leagues in the world. But after Thierry, that's a different story. His arrival completely shifted English football into this globally renowned, dynamic powerhouse. Suddenly, you simply couldn't ignore the Premier League. And this brilliantly illustrates his unique versatility on the pitch. Sports writer Jonathan Liu perfectly captured it when he wrote, "Henry was at least 3 great footballers in one, as a striker, as a winger, as a playmaker. He wasn't just your traditional penalty box goal scorer waiting for the ball. He was a creator. He knitted this supreme tactical intelligence with breathtaking flair, creating chances just as brilliantly as he finished them." Let's look at Section 4, the ultimate match winners, the art of the finish. Because whether it's Henry or other absolute legends like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi delivering that final acrobatic blow, the finisher's job is singular, and it is absolutely vital. Their whole purpose is to convert the immense hard work, all the running, the tackling, the passing from their 10 teammates, into the only statistic that actually matters at the end of the day, goals. Because goals win matches, and winning matches delivers trophies. Let's break this down a bit more. The finisher's impact really comes down to 3 things. They convert team effort into goals, they secure the victories, and they deliver the final resolution. Having impressive stats for completed passes or successful tackles, that's great, but without that end product, they're kind of meaningless. Honestly, no team has ever achieved true, lasting success without a player whose job is to finalize all that overarching effort and actually put the ball in the back of the net. Okay, time to switch gears. Section 5, Construction's Goal Scorers, from pitch to project. Here is where it all connects for us. Just like a football squad desperately needs a finisher, a massive construction project relies on commissioning specialists. These are the professionals responsible for verifying and documenting that a building's systems actually achieve the planned outcomes, all the way from pre-design to post-handover. They are the ones who turn the initial design and installation into a working, breathing, successful building. Think of it like a giant puzzle.
If a construction project is your football team, your structural professionals are your central defenders. They're the solid, reliable base, like Virgil van Dijk. Your architects, they're your creative midfielders, providing the imagination and the link-up play, kind of like Luka Modric. And your commissioning specialists, they're your goal scorers. They are your Thierry Henry or your Lionel Messi.
When you have a commissioning team out there validating performance on site, they aren't just out there turning a wrench. Not at all. They're executing a vital, comprehensive quality assurance process. They are orchestrating the strategic game plan and validating the system's actual performance right there on the pitch, so to speak. They're ensuring the building actually scores for the client.
But what happens when things go south? Section 6. Failing to finish. The cost of missing the goal.
This brings us to a massive, highly public, real-world example, the 62,000-seat Tottenham Hotspur Mega Stadium. During this project, their own chairman actually had to come out and admit, because the stadium's building services systems are not working correctly, not a single match has yet taken place. The entire project suffered massive, incredibly costly delays, specifically because their building services testing failed.
Let's dissect the anatomy of this construction miss. They did the briefing and design perfectly. Costing and programming, done. The physical installation of the massive stadium, finished. But they failed to commission it properly. Without that vital final step, without their goal scorer, they simply couldn't deliver a performing, usable building to the client. And so this magnificent, super expensive stadium just sat empty.
Which leaves us with this final thought for you to take away today. And I really want you to think about this the next time you see a massive skyscraper going up, or you watch a brilliant striker score a game-winning goal. Why put in all that incredible teamwork, all the design, all the heavy lifting, and all the investment if you don't have the finisher to put the ball in the back of the net? Whether we are talking about the Premier League or a billion-dollar construction project, the true art is always in the finish.